Okay, so here we are, everybody, the last meeting of the 21-22 school year. You've officially survived your first year with me as director. Woohoo! Nobody seemed too excited about that. Or maybe I officially survived my first year with you guys. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little story time. So I'm going to stop sharing this, get out of this, and I'm going to open this. I'll get there, guys, I promise. I'm going to reshare my screen. Can you see that? as we get through the rest of this crazy year, y'all, just remember that you have made a difference this year, and we can get through the next few weeks. I know it seems like a long ride, but we can do it. I know Gail, Crystal, and I, and Misha, and everybody here in our department really appreciate everything that you guys have done this year. So as we continue on to get through these next few weeks, let's continue to hold strong. I promise this meeting is not going to take more than probably 20 or 30 minutes. I'm even going to gift you a lot of time back. Just a few things as we start to wrap up and close up for the year. So remember that all your IEPs, if you also do 504s, they must be finalized prior to you going home for the summer. All your progress reports have to be completed. All your paperwork must be turned into Crystal. Any students who have withdrawn or left, they have to be ended and enriched. So please be sure to let Crystal know, because she will end them. For any of you who do SOPs, remember they have to be done for those students who are graduating. Oops, I said or again out. It should be aging out. Don't forget our COSIF forms for those students turning 6 over the summer. Let's get them done before you go home. There is a chance, and there's always a possibility, that we will have to hold summer IEP meetings. I can't not hold meetings in the summer just because it's summer. Evaluations and meetings may continue. So when I send this out or put this on the support site, there is a link, and we can, if you're interested in doing summer IEP meetings, obviously you'll get paid to do it. It's a flat rate. But if you're interested in doing any of those, that would be great. It'd be ideal if I had someone from each school and kind of a team, but we may end up having to do some meetings, obviously this summer. ESY, be sure if you have any students that are the team or you think was going to need ESY, that those meetings are completed by the end of this week. I have to send those names and that number to the state the first week of June. So that's next week. So I need all those meetings to be completed by the end of this week. If you do, make sure you fill out that Google form that I had sent out a while ago where the team recommended ESY. And then if you're interested in doing any ESY services, and I don't know, some of you have already reached out to me and said, hey, I want to do, or I'll be available. But if there are some of you that haven't and you're interested, if I have a need, please just let me know. Oh, June isn't next week. Sorry, that's right. June isn't next week. See, I have COVID brain. May is next week. But I would like those meetings completed. I can't believe I said June is next week. Okay, Gail, Medicaid.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good. Just like Dr. Simmons said, till the end of the school year, it's like a runaway train. So just getting all your billing, let me just say, just be mindful of good time management. All your billing up to date, referrals, evaluations. This is for the therapist. Your progress reports, signed and dated. And make sure all team leaders get the Medicaid consents and notification letters. And we will be, we had a good audit, a good review, and the therapists know the adjustments, and we'll be having some professional development in August, correct?
Yes.
Right. Okay. All right. So that's it. And if you have any questions, just email me, pick up the phone. I'm here. And like I said, I'll be here all summer, but just don't wait to the last minute because, you know, qualities kind of diminishes. So just be on top of it. Okay.
Happy birthday, Gail.
Yep. Today's Gail's birthday. Do y'all want to sing to her? Y'all want to unmute and sing? We sang to her today. She wasn't really.
Oh, this is being recorded. No.
This is being recorded, but that's okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
No.
Christy Johnny's going to sing. Okay, so just some basic things to remember as we move forward for the next few weeks. So your final IEP meetings, y'all have attended a few. I know it's the end of the year, but please remember that even though we are in that home stretch, the expectation is still we're prepared. We're sending those drafts home 7 days. And I know this sounds silly, but maintaining proper IEP etiquette, I kid you not, I was at a meeting via Zoom not too long ago, and the teacher had her feet up on the chair, like, this is great. But remember, these are our parents, these are our children. So we want to make sure we're still maintaining that professionalism. I know that everybody is exhausted and overwhelmed, but we, again, like I said, we just have a few weeks left to go. This Thursday and Friday, I will be at an autism conference, so I'll only be available via text or email. If you have an emergency, text me or call Crystal or Gail, and they know they can get a hold of me. But I won't be here physically in the office. I'll be working, but just somewhere else. There's another I put YouTube on that. Should be Google. I'll fix that. There's another Google form that I created in case we need to get a hold of you, summer contacts. So I want to make sure we have everybody's summer contact information. And I will update that link in case we need to get a hold of you for any reason or need to know where some paperwork is or something like that. It'll just make sure that we have all of the best way to reach you over the summer. We will try not to bother you unless we absolutely have to, I promise. Also note that for Gail, Crystal, and I, our summer schedule begins that first week of June. So we'll be here 4 days a week, and that goes all the way through the first week of August. So you won't catch us in the office on Fridays. We will enjoy our Fridays off starting that first week of June. Coming here in the next few weeks, Mitra and Winjune will also be sending you all emails about your reevals that will be occurring at the beginning of the year to get your input in terms of evaluations or not evaluations. Mitra, do you want to add anything to that since you're on?
Yeah, sure. I think that's what Winjune did last year. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but she kind of said, hey, here's your kids. Are there any that you have in mind that you want tested? Kind of so we can get a fill out so we can plan ahead kind of concept.
And Mitra and Winjune don't work in the summer. They may be here to do some testing for me, but they are actually off. They're not contracted in the summer. So it is a skeleton crew here in the summer, but we're almost there. What do we have? I think somebody counted, it's like 33 days left or something like that. Who knows the date, how many days we have left of school? One of y'all have to know it. Chris, did you add 42?
No, 23 if you
24.
don't count today, right?
23 days. Wow. Crazy. So I will be around this summer. I know last summer people came and flooded the office because they wanted to meet me and see who I was and all about. But this summer I'm still here. So if you still want to come and talk things through or vent, or if you have ideas or concerns or anything for the next school year, please feel free to come on in, and my door is always open. Please remember to relax and refresh. I will get out to schools in the next 23 days. It'll be sporadic because testing and everything else that's going on. I obviously don't want to interrupt you guys. But if you absolutely need me to come out or want me to come out, please just let us know. Let me know and I'll be happy to. I'm not going to keep really any sort of schedule, especially during those testing weeks. I'll stay pretty scarce in the schools unless I'm absolutely needed, just so it's not a bother to anybody. And then just as FYI, I know speech people are speech friends. Anybody who knows anybody who's a certified speech therapist, we are still looking. We haven't had any luck. So if you know of anybody that's interested and wants to come work in our great Anderson 4 district, tell them to apply, send them our way. So we're still looking for another speech therapist.
Do we have the part-time one covered?
We do not. I don't have approval for that either right now. I'm still waiting for that for the final budget. So right now we're looking to just replace Michelle when she leaves the LaFrance position. So I don't have a final approval on that 0.5 yet until the final budget. The first reading of the budget is not until May. But no, I do not have that. So it could be an interesting year next year for you speech folks, unless I can get somebody.
Is Jocelyn Henderson not available?
Who's Jocelyn Henderson?
She was one of my grad students 2 years ago.
She's the one that I met with and I applied. Is that who it is? Is that who we interviewed?
Was it back in January?
Yeah, she's available. However, she can't bill for Medicaid. So that's a problem. I'm actually going to stop the recording.